Carol, thank you.
Thanks, Carol.
Thanks.
It's been announced that Universal's first theme park in Europe will open in Bedfordshire in 2031. We heard that this week. A massive project predicted to take 6 years to complete if it stays on schedule.
Yes, the residents of Morecambe know all about delays as the multi-million-pound Eden Project that's planned there has been delayed by 2 years. That's until 2028.
Ben Boulos is there for us this morning. He's been enjoying that coastal walk. Looks a little bit grey, Ben, but I'm sure it's going to brighten up, according to Carol.
Well, I think you need to be here to really appreciate the blues, the intense blues that we're looking at as you look out across Morecambe Bay. It really does feel like paradise when you're standing here on a gorgeous April morning like this. And speaking of which, Morecambe's been promised its own slice of Eden, a version of Cornwall's famous Eden Project that draws tens of thousands of visitors every year. Now, the plan for the northern version of it is that it will go over there where that fun fair is at the moment, on the piece of land jutting out into the bay. It'll be made up of 3 shell-shaped domes, massive domes, and the hope is that it will draw more visitors to the area, bringing people who'll spend money, boost the economy, create jobs, and all those sorts of things that help regenerate a town like this and the wider area. Much like the plan for Bedfordshire with that Universal Studios theme park, which is promising to create 28,000 jobs and boost the local economy by tens of billions of pounds, or rather boost the UK economy by tens of billions of pounds. But people here in Morecambe know all too well that big projects can easily fall behind schedule. The Eden Project for Morecambe was due to be opening next year. There's not a spade in the ground over there yet. Work will only begin in 2026. Opening's been delayed by 2 years to October 2028. The £100 million cost of making it, half is being met by the government, the other half being covered by private sponsors and donors. So let's find out what that money is meant to achieve. We've got Mark here from the Tourism Association. What will that sort of investment and that project do for Morecambe?
Oh, it'd be a fantastic investment for Morecambe. I mean, already it's a beautiful bay. That's what people come here for. But certainly Eden coming to Morecambe is a massive step up for us.
You've seen it over decades, haven't you?
I have, yeah. My family had a hotel in the 50s, so I've seen Morecambe in its heyday. I've seen its decline, and I've seen it coming back to the top again.
And do you think it will do for Morecambe what the Eden Project in Cornwall has done for the southwest?
Yeah, I certainly do. I think the Eden Project Morecambe is fantastic because we've got great motorway networks. We're only 2.5 hours on a train from London, so it's actually easier and quicker to get to Morecambe than it is to get to Cornwall from London.
Well, so there you go. You're certainly doing your job for the Tourism Association. Mark, thank you very much. Over here we have David, who runs 2 businesses here in the town. You've got a pizzeria and a gelato store.
That's right.
What does the Eden Project, the promise of it, mean for your businesses?
I think it brings a whole array of opportunities for businesses in the town. You know, we expect to see huge increase in visitor numbers, and so along with that, it means there's opportunities there for all of our businesses to adapt and encourage more people to come.
I suppose the flip side is, what about this delay, the 2-year delay? That must be very frustrating.
Yeah, there's a level of frustration, but with any of these projects, you have to accept that there are delays, that there are things that get in the way. But we have been reassured the project is now definitely going to happen.
And then when you look at the effects of a project like that, bringing more tourism, more money, isn't there a danger that businesses that will rival yours will think, hang on, we'll have a slice of that, thank you very much?
It's bound to increase attention to the town, but we are already a great visitor attraction. But I think for the businesses that are already here, it's about being Eden ready. We have the opportunity to do so much and take advantage of the fact that, you know, people will be coming to look just as soon as spades go in the ground. And the key thing is, with the view behind us, as you said earlier, why would you not want to come to Morecambe?
And then when you speak to people, I suppose the people that you see who live here, who work here, do you think the town has the capacity to provide for all those extra visitors who are going to come here in terms of hotels and restaurants and things?
I think that's the key to it. We want to make sure that people come and not just visit Eden, but stay in our hotels, eat in our restaurants, shop in the shops, and we have to be ready sort of infrastructure level, and work is on with that at the moment.
Okay, David, you run 2 businesses. You must have a busy day ahead. We'll let you carry on. Thanks very much for joining us here this morning. And it's not just David and Mark who've been with us here on the seafront. We've got Morecambe's most famous son, Eric Morecambe, who's been overseeing proceedings. Bring me sunshine, his most famous lyric. And I tell you what, Naga and Charlie, they certainly have.
And you can do the Morecambe on Wise
Stop
skip
it.
off the set if you want to, Ben. You know the skip?
It's your choice,
you
Ben.
You could do that.
Bit like this. A bit like, let me put the microphone down. Hang on. There we go. Bit like this. It's harder to balance than it looks, by the way.
Thanks, Ben. You get people to do things,
Well, it's not quite what I meant.
but he's not going to do it. Okay?
I think we've got the headlines coming up in a few minutes.